The choice of units for your army is very important. Units differ from one another in significant ways. Most importantly, certain unit types deal bonus damage against other unit types, allowing them to act as a counter. A common example is the balance between heavy infantry, heavy cavalry, and ranged infantry. Heavy infantry counter cavalry. Cavalry counter ranged infantry. Ranged infantry counter heavy infantry, and so forth. A balanced army requires more than one unit type. By diversifying your army, you can make full use of each unit's strengths and eliminate their weaknesses through cooperation. Now it is time to see for yourself which units are best used against others. Perhaps you can one day even match the Duke of Wellington himself. In this challenge, you must defend your camp against the enemy attacks. Try not to lose too many of your own soldiers. The enemy is preparing to attack you with hussars. Study the strengths and weaknesses of the enemy forces, and then choose the soldiers that you want to send into battle by clicking the Home City button and then selecting a shipment of soldiers.
Welcome back to Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition. Welcome back to the Art of War challenge. This time we're going to go... We've got a little bit of a wave defense action here. So you have to defeat these hussars here, which is not going to be that trivial because... Come over here, you come over here. We'll do that. Yeah. We want to avoid any losses here. There we go.
The enemy is about to launch a second attack. Choose the right unit to repel these enemy pikemen.
Okay, we're going to go with the crossbowmen here, because those have great range. So that's a good counter. One thing to know here is that you don't actually need to defend your camp at all. In fact, the enemy units sort of kind of behave like treasure guardians. They hang out here and then you can lure them out. So let's target you here. There we go. Goodbye. There we go. Yeah, this is not the whole challenge, but this particular segment here is pretty easy because these guys here are not that fast. They're not ranged. I'm ranged, so that's not too much of a challenge.
Now the enemy is sending a group of crossbowmen. Choose the right counter and defend your land.
Good. So we're going to go with hussars here, not only because they're suitable here, but also because hussars. Okay, wait a second here. Yeah, so now they're in a nice line formation here. Because hussars are pretty well. What the hell are you? We want to force all of these guys here into melee, because then they're significantly weakened. But our hussars are pretty efficient here anyway, so we don't need to worry too much. Nice.
Crossbowmen, pikemen, and hussars approach from the south. We must stop them.
Okay, we're going to go with hussars here, just because we don't have anything that counters all of them, and these have pretty good value. So let's come over here. Yes, the hussars are kind of expensive, so if you get one of those, you get a little more for your shipment than you'd get with other shipments. But of course, also depends on how you want to counter here. Can you please come over here? There we go. Okay, so let's kill you here. No, I guess not. So let's try that again. What you want here is you want to separate these guys here. You can divide and conquer. There we go. Yeah, you follow this guy here. There we go. So you have the highest health. So 2 pikemen are actually not a problem, not because the pikemen are poor counter, they're good counter, but just because the value we have here isn't really equal. So the one. It's not like a one hussar equals like one pikeman or so. That's not how the math works. Are you guys gonna do anything here? Okay, so there we go. So they follow us now. Let's see whether we can get one of these folks here to retreat, retreat. There we go. So now we shouldn't have trouble killing these two guys just directly, especially if you force them into melee. Boom.
You and your enemy have advanced to the fortress age, but their attacks are not slowing. Choose the right counter units to defeat the musketeers and halberdiers marching towards you.
Definitely want skirmishers for that. Okay, because the skirmishers counter musketeers, and the pikemen here don't really have any range in the first place, so this shouldn't be too difficult. Especially not when these musketeers can't be bothered to attack at all. There we go. One barrage, and they're down. Yeah, this might even be easier than the first challenge, but you might actually lose a pikeman. So yeah, we have greater range and we're the counter, so these guys here don't really stand a chance. I don't think we were even damaged.
Your opponent refuses to give in. Skirmishers will soon head your way.
All right, what do we actually want here? I mean, we could get more skirmishers, but I think I'm going to go with hussars here. Yeah. Again, good value. So what we want to do here is let's wait here for a moment. So now they're in line formation. Now let's see where they stop. Okay, so actually come over here, fine. Let's try to force as many of them in. What, are you even gonna attack me? You are, but you are gonna attack me in melee, so that was your mistake. There we go.
What is this? Thundering hooves! The enemy has sent more hussars to attack your camp.
So now we need something that is ranged and at least somewhat fast. So let's go with dragoons. These are dragoons. Yeah, they're not cuirassiers, they are dragoons. There we go. Because pikes are... So the thing is, so these are 4 guys now. So if you send pikes, I think they might come out of the top. But to be honest, this guy isn't really worth 2 pikes. He's probably worth more from the pure cost. Also, what's your range? Just try to escape here. Should have turned around a little bit earlier, but never mind. And let's... There we go, so one of them is down. Chargez the enemy. And let's make sure we just don't let them come in too close. Yeah, as said before, they essentially work like treasure guardians in the sense that they have their fixed spot here, and then they always return to that if you aggro them and then move away too much. There we go. And come on. Yeah, we can just do this now. This guy here can't kill us.
More enemy cavalry rides towards our camp. These dragoons must be stopped.
Okay, dragoons. What do we actually want against dragoons? So we can't get an adequate amount of dragoons. Let's go. So these halberdiers are kinda slow, to be honest, and the other guys are ranged. Let's go with skirmishers. Okay. You please just leave here. Let's see how these guys here take formation. Okay, let's just walk around here. Yeah, the counter system here is... I don't find it as quite as intuitive, though to be fair, even the Age of Empires 2 counter system isn't always intuitive to me. I mean, some of them are obvious, like pikemen and horsemen and whatnot, but not all of them are. There we go. We might actually just do it like this, because these guys here are nicely lined up like this. And they have... Yeah, we definitely have the range advantage here. I think this was the right choice, or at least a good choice. There we go. Good, good, good. Oh, now it's both of them. That's alright. Hey, maybe we can use that cannon there, that would be helpful. Never mind. Here we go. Yeah, the last guy is dead. You not... should have helped out your friends a bit more, but you didn't. Goodbye.
This courage born of despair, your opponent has decided to launch a final attack. If you repel those cuirassiers, victory will be yours at last.
Gonna go with Dragoons again, once more, speed and range. Yeah, I have the feeling these aren't quite... I don't think these are sorted by difficulty, at least it doesn't feel like it. In some regards. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. And we're gonna do it like we did before, try to attack them kind of from the side, so most of these guys have to go a little bit further to actually attack us. It was slower than I thought. Yeah, now they stumble kind of over one another. That's also generally a good idea to cause some enemy pathfinding issues in there. Wow, this guy just kind of kneeled over with nothing happening. These guys aren't even reacting. Yeah, let's cause some pathfinding issues in the enemy formation here. That's going to be to your advantage. And just stay, if in doubt, just go back to the edge of their aggression radius, which can probably gouge a little bit. Yeah, not that much of a problem. Essentially the same as the Hussars.
The enemy has been defeated and the region is now under your control.